also here. The 5 W's and the 1 H, if you've ever been into journalism or if you remember back in your English classes, that's kind of the thing that you're always supposed to find out. So I'm going to share with you why you want to replace these 7 dirty words is how I'm going to start. Who needs to replace them? What are they? Because that's why you're all here, right? You're all like, what are those 7 dirty words? I just need to know. And when you're going to replace them, where to replace them, and how to replace them. Who do you communicate with the most? This is the audience participation. We're communicating all the time. Who do you communicate with the most? Myself. Yourself. Perfect. You're like a plant, as though I told you the answer ahead of time. So the quality of your communications directly determines the quality of your life. And the quality of your communication with yourself first is really the most important part. When we think about how we communicate with ourselves, sometimes that's the inner monologue that we have going on in our heads all the time. It's also what I speak. When I speak to you, my brain hears every word that I say. I mean, it's not like it just shuts off and my mouth goes and it doesn't register. So everything I say inside of myself, as well as what I say to you, is part of the communication, the way that I communicate to myself. So we all know and heard stories, well, we might not know them, we've heard stories of POWs, life-threatening illness survivors, concentration camp survivors, and we've heard that their attitude has helped them survive what would be considered immense odds and really tragic situations. And the people who work at cancer centers will tell you that they can identify the people who are going to be the most successful right from the beginning by their attitude, the ones that are going to help and be healed in the best way. So the way that you communicate with yourself really makes all the difference in the quality of your life. In one of his early books, Deepak Chopra, who's an MD and he was an endocrinologist specialist when he started out, in one of his books he tells a story about a man who was diagnosed with a very tiny spot of cancer on one of his lungs. And this type of cancer that he had was so benign that almost nobody ever dies from it. And it was a really tiny spot, and they told him all of this. Within 2 weeks, this man was dead. His lungs were filled with cancer. There was no physiological reason that that could have happened. So Deepak's talking about how the way that we communicate with ourselves and the words and the power that those words have over us really makes not only a difference in our attitude, it also really affects our physiology. And those are really important things to consider when you're speaking. So today, this is all about you. A lot of times people say, well, don't make it all about you. But today, this really is all about you. It's about what you do for yourself, because bottom line, when you help yourself and you communicate with yourself appropriately and in a way that's most effective, then you're going to have the best quality of life. So it's how you communicate with yourself. You decide what your day is going to be like. You decide your mood. You decide how you're going to act. And all of those decisions you make, they directly determine the results that you're going to have in your life. Another aspect of communications and results is first impressions. So we know that when I meet someone that I haven't met before, when I meet them,